10 most dangerous poisonous snakes on Earth. It is the most dangerous 10 snakes in the world at all, some of which are capable of killing the victim remotely, and some of them are capable of killing 1,000 adult men in one bite. 10. The vaulted viper. The rattlesnake is the only viper on our list from the American continent, and can be easily distinguished from the tail of its tail. This viper can attack from up to 2/3 of its length, and is one of North America's most dangerous snakes. The strange thing is that the young snakes are more dangerous than adult snakes, because they cannot control the amount of poison coming out of them, and the venomous venom can poison an adult person within 20 minutes. The viper bell matches the cobra viper in the strength of its venom. Her venom targets blood circulation and damages tissues and internal organs, and the victim has difficulty breathing, paralysis, and severe bleeding that leads to death. Fortunately, there is an antidote that can heal victims if used in a timely manner. 9. Death snake. This snake lives in Australia and New Guinea. He usually places other snakes' ambushes on our list, and then kills and takes them. The death snake injects its victims with 40 to 100 milligrams of the world's deadliest toxins at breakneck speed, as it can strike consecutive strikes in less than 1/10 of a second. This poison targets the nervous system, which is why the victim becomes so paralyzed that she cannot breathe, and then die within only 6 hours. Fortunately, the victim can be saved by using an anti-venom antidote. 8. Snake-raised snakes are found in most parts of the earth, but the most poisonous species live in the Middle East, India, and China. These rattlesnakes are very fast and active during the night, especially after rain. Symptoms of her sting range from painful swelling and bleeding in the gums, then to a drop in blood pressure and a heart stopping. The pain persists for 2 to 4 weeks if the victim did not die in the first 2 weeks of the bite. 7. Philippine cobra. The Philippine cobra is the only cobra on our list because its poison is one of the strongest poisons of cobra vipers. This viper can poison a distance of 3 meters and lead to respiratory and heart failure and inevitable death in less than 30 minutes. The primary symptoms of a bite range from headache, nausea, stomach aches, and severe diarrhea. 6. Tiger snake. Tiger snakes live in Australia, and their poison can kill an adult in less than 30 minutes. The first symptoms begin with severe foot and neck pain, followed by numbness, sweating, rapid breathing, and paralysis. Fortunately, the tiger snakes run away when confronted and do not resort to attacking unless they feel in danger, if they are trapped. 5. Black mamba snakes. Black mamba snakes are among the tallest in Africa, with a length of more than 4 meters, and the fastest snake on Earth. This snake is often tense and tries to escape when confrontation. But when surrounded, she raises her head and opens her black mouth. In this case, you must escape, or you will do several jet blows of large quantities of her deadly poison. And the poison of black mamba snakes can kill an adult in less than 20 minutes, and each bite contains a quantity of poison capable of killing 25 men. The first symptoms of her poison are a pain in the bite, followed by a feeling of tingling in the mouth, lack of vision, high body temperature, and complete paralysis. In the end, the lungs stop working, the victim falls into a coma, and then dies. Fortunately, there is an antidote to this viper venom, but it must be obtained quickly before it is too late. 4. Taiwan boa. This is another poisonous snake from Australia, which can poison it to kill 12,000 mice. The poison of the snakes of Taiwan creates clots in the arteries and veins of the victim, as it targets her nervous system, and leads to her death in less than 60 minutes. 3 blue crete snakes. Blue cricket snakes live in Southeast Asia and are one of the night snakes that hunt and eat other snakes. More than 50% of this vugger bites are fatal even with the use of a suitable antidote. Her poison completely targets and paralyzes the victim's nervous system, and she dies within 6 hours. Although there is an antidote to her poison, most of her victims enter a permanent coma before reaching the emergency room. 2 Eastern brown viper. An amount of 114,000 ounces of the viper can kill an adult within a few minutes. This poison targets the nervous system and the circulatory system together, which leads to the death of the victim very quickly. Unfortunately, the eastern brown vugger lives near residential areas in Australia and is very fast and aggressive in nature. But, fortunately for us, she does not like to use her poison when attacking humans. In most cases, some of the victim rests, but without injecting her with poison. 1 wild Taiwan snake. The Taiwan wild snakes occupy the first place among all the snakes in the world in terms of the severity of their poison and the amount that they throw when they make some victims. In one bite, an amount of poison comes out, capable of killing 100 adults in less than 30 minutes. So the important question is, how has this snake, whose length does not exceed 2.5 meters, been unable to eliminate the inhabitants of the Australian continent so far? The answer lies in the fact that the taipan snake is shy by nature and does not like being close to humans. That is why we find that most of its victims are snake hunters who risk their lives only, and often carry an antidote to its poison. Marine vugger. The most dangerous snakes ever. These snakes live in Australian waters, and, although they are considered peaceful in nature, they are considered one of the most dangerous snakes in the world. A few milligrams of poison can kill 1,000 men. Most of its victims are fishermen, who are caught by nets when pulled from the sea.